Good evening. This is the Lord of Michael coming to you with another vision. This video is just a continuation of my dreams, visions, and prophecies video number 4. As I've always indicated, my dreams and visions and prophecies have come over a long period of time. And as I've always said, my visions and dreams have been almost on a daily basis. There was not a night that I slept that I had not dreamed dreams. And my dreams would not come one or two, they will come like pages, one after the other, dream after dream. Sometimes it be a vision, sometimes a colorful vision, sometimes a black and white vision, sometimes I would have a flash, sometimes I'll see a vision in my right eye, and there was many other ways that I would have visions. Sometimes I would see a storyline from my light in my head, or from my third eye, as some call it. I would have a story that I'll see into the spiritual realms, and I'll see things that others probably have not seen. So there are many ways that I have been used by the Lord. And as I said, I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm just here to release what has been in me for such a long time. And once I've felt everything is out, and whatever the Lord gives me further, I will release again. I'm just trying to be obedient. And as it said in Joel 2:28, and it shall come to pass afterwards that I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. Now, some of my dreams and visions pertain to my country, South Africa. Some of my dreams and visions pertain to other countries that I have been to, maybe out of body. So it's a accumulation of different countries and different visions. This one happened a few years ago. I call it the coin and the woman vision. This vision I had, as I said, some years back, where I saw a machine, the very same machine you find in a casino, whereby you put your coin in and you play, trying to get the numbers in sequence to win the prize. I saw this machine, and I had a coin in my hand. I then inserted the coin in the slot, and I could see exactly how and where the coin was moving. I saw the direction the coin's taking, because it went very slow down the slot, and it continued until it came right to the coin box, and it jammed for some reason or the other. I remember I felt so sad. I said, oh, if only that coin just released the money box. But just before I finish even think that, suddenly the coin broke the money box open, and all the coins flowed or spewed into the little bucket at the bottom of the machine. I was so excited. I took as many coins as I can. I filled my pockets, my left side pocket, my right side pocket, my back pocket. I took as much as I can in my hand until I could no longer carry coins. Next minute, I looked and I saw a long queue. And this queue was only with women. All my community that I lived in, and many other women that I don't know, mostly colored women, all standing in a long queue. And every single woman came, and she took our full of that coin, and they left. Nobody fought, nobody argued. Everybody was so peaceful. They just took their fill and they left. And I was so happy to see that everybody took just what they needed. And for some reason or other, the coin dish did not go empty. It just remained full. And everybody took their slice of the coins and they left. And this happened, as I said, quite a long time back. I would never forget it. Even though I did not know the interpretation thereof, and even though it has not come to pass as yet, I still believe, because it was a vision, it will come to pass. Because I've been praying for my community for many, many years, and I know God would bless them someday. My next vision was me and a friend walking. We were chatting, just walking down the road. It was dark. I remember it was dark. And suddenly a bright light hit me. It hit me and I just disappeared. I was just disappeared. I found myself behind a door, a lit up room behind a door. I don't know where that was. I was just about to open the door to see where I am when I woke up. I know very well that was a rapture dream, and as I've always said, do not worry how you'd move, do not worry about money or food, for God will move His children by a twinkling of an eye. And I had this dream, as I said, also quite some time back, and was so excited to know that the Lord is going to use us. He's going to take us out of this pain, out of this suffering very soon. Another vision I had, I saw birds flying in the air, many birds. They look crow-like, flying in the air. And they all came, I was standing on the ground. They all came down to the ground, and every bird that came to the ground, it turned into a human. But still having the crow head, they just turned into a human. And in front of them was a whole stack of dry bones. I saw a big stack of dry bones, like a mount of dry bones, and every bird that came down, he had some bones in his hand, and he put on the stack, increasing the stack and making it much bigger. And that is the one I had, as I said, also some years back. Again, this one is much recent. It's not a dream, but an attack that took place in my room. And like I always said, I'm a prayer warrior. I pray all hours of the night. I wake up early hours of the morning and pray. And I wake up whenever God wakes me. Now God has different ways of waking me. Sometimes He'll shake my bed. Sometimes He'll wake me spiritually. I'll just feel my body moving. Sometimes He'll blow a horn from a vehicle. I'll jump up. Sometimes from a truck horn. He'll just blow the horn, jump up. God has many ways of waking me when the enemy comes. And on this particular day, it was actually now recently, 12th of August 2020, God woke me. And about 5 minutes into waking me, a strong, angry wind came up against me, came into my room, and was defeated because I was ready for it. These are the ways I indicated that God has protected me always throughout the years, always waking me when the danger came. Another dream I had also on the same time, the 12th August 2020. The dream was of a church. Actually, it was not a church. It was a mountain that I saw. A mountain of sand, kind of sand, big mountain. I saw the sand moving away from the mountain. And under this big mountain, I saw this church. It looked like a Catholic church of some sort. I'm not too sure. But my spirit indicated that this is the Catholic church. I saw young boys and girls attending the church. They looked like angels. They all were dressed in white. The girls were very young, very beautiful, all dressed in white. And I thought to myself, how I want to attend that church. I looked and I walked towards the church to attend this church. But then suddenly I noticed one of the girls. She had long silky hair and she sat down, and I noticed a bulge in a private area. It was kind of bulge. And God said, look there, keep looking. And next minute I saw that this girl had a penis instead of a vagina. I was so taken back. I was so taken back as to what I just seen. I didn't know what to do. I walked out the church, and this girl had a boyfriend. Next minute I saw her crying. I saw the community consoling her. I saw the church community consoling her. Everybody supported her. Everybody gave her the love that she needed. Or if I say her, maybe he. But she was so embraced in this love by the community and by her boyfriend, by everyone. And the Spirit of the Lord told me that, you see, even this they see as right. So I was very discouraged and I woke up. I also saw people in burrows and men with faces but bodies like the root of the tree. These were mud people that I saw living in the mud. It was like their own world. And I know that these people came from the pits of hell because I could see their faces, their demonic faces. And again, I was surprised by the things that the Lord was showing me. I remembered again, this was a real life situation, and it's worth noting how much the Lord has saved me, protected me throughout my years. This was many years back. I probably was about 40 years or 35 years of age. And I did not know the Lord then. Well, I knew the Lord, but I was not serving Him as I serve Him today. It was kind of on and off. I was still also in sin. I remember I went with my friends. We were a boy and his girlfriend and myself, three of us. We went to this casino. We had some fun there. We played the machines. And I remembered we all won a stack load of money, each one of us. Actually, there were four. Sorry, I'm mistaken. We were four. It's three boys and one girl. And every single one of us made money in the casino. So it was early morning hours. We decided to go home. We all happy. We all got our pockets full of cash. We decided to go home. It was around about 2 a.m. by then. And as we drove home, suddenly I noticed a police vehicle, just one vehicle. And I said to my friend, I was not driving, I was in the back seat. So I said to the driver, listen, I just saw a police vehicle. And before we took the next turn, we were surrounded by hundreds of police vehicles and policemen with guns. Helicopter was swirling over our heads, and we did not know what do we do wrong. And all the police came with us, guns pointing at our vehicle, telling us to get out or else they will shoot us. This is one of the scariest moments of my life. So we got out of the vehicle, and all that I was worried about is the cash we had on, and we hoped that the cash would not be found because we felt the police would take our monies, and we really were happy to have the money. So we all hid our monies. We got out of the car and we asked the policeman, what are we being arrested for? And apparently he said the vehicle that we're driving is a stolen vehicle. when they radioed the vehicle in, only to find the vehicle was a stolen vehicle. Anyway, they kept us, they held us. The owner of the vehicle, the driver, he said yes, this was his vehicle, it was stolen and it was recovered. So I think at the police control room, they forgot to identify the vehicle as a stolen and recovered. So on the police monitor, it was still registered as stolen. And I'll never forget what the policeman said. He said, if we did not cooperate, or if we gave just an ounce of problems, they would have shot us to pieces. So once again, the Lord was with us, protecting us, and our lives were spared. I dream also on the 25th August 2020, I dreamt of a sandy mountain in the Philippines. I dreamt of the sandy mountain, and looking next minute, I saw many souls buried under the sand. Some live souls holding onto a white curtain that dropped from the sky. I saw they were holding onto this curtain, they were too weak, and they fell into the sand and they perished. This was in the Philippines, where I saw these souls, so many, buried in the sand under a mountain. I again was lying in my bed when I had a vision, and sometimes I do get those visions when I'm just sitting or lying. I just fall into a vision immediately. Something comes up before me and I have this vision. This vision, I was in a theater or a movie, and I'm sitting behind a desk just about to watch a movie, when I noticed a switch on my desk. I pressed the switch, and then suddenly everything went black. Pitch black. You could not see a thing. I was so afraid, I just closed my eyes and began praying, and the only guide I had in that darkness was the light in my head. So I don't know if this is reference to what they call the 3 days of darkness that are coming soon, but this is what I saw on the day. Something strange I need to also bring to you is this bird. And this bird I recognize as what they call a whoopie bird, because it has a distinctive head crest, and has brown and white spots. And this bird has been with me for a very long time. Wherever I go, wherever I travel, I would see this bird. In the desert environment, when I'm there, I would see this bird. When I travel to other countries, I would see this bird. It is always there. On every tree top, wherever I am, this bird is always there. In my home in South Africa, in my garden, my son just gave me the photo and he said, "Daddy, there's the bird sitting here again." So I went into the internet and I wanted to see what is the meaning of this bird. And it said that the whoopie bird with a distinctive head crest has a long history as a symbolic spiritual high priest, bringing valuable secret knowledge to mankind. The whoopie was also a diviner of knowledge to the prophet King Solomon, able to reveal the presence of secret springs and wells. So I was happy to know that this bird that I see on a constant basis is a good sign, or a good omen, as they said. And I was happy to be associated with it, because I feel it's my angel or my protector. Again, on the August 26th, I had a vision where I was on top of the mountains, and I saw this huge ship that was stuck or covered in the mountain. It was a very, very big ship, somewhere on top of the mountains, I've seen it. I am praying for the Lord to reveal the direction or reveal the place where I see this huge ship that is in the mountains. All I saw was just the face of the captain, very clear, but I saw a face like the captain. And I know the Lord will reveal this place to me soon, because He always does. All the dreams and visions that I have, there's always an answer. Sometimes my answers come immediately, sometimes it can take weeks, months, or even years before I understand what it all means. I again saw men in poverty, Caucasian men, all lining up in a long queue in South Africa, receiving rations. Times are so hard that the Caucasian folk or the white folk are also going through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of pains, and poverty is biting deep into the lives of many families. Another vision that I see many times, I call it the water and stone vision, where I'm always led up to the mountains and I see this beautiful, fresh, clear water. But I'm always led to look at the little stones in the water, little pebbles that I see. And as I come near and look at the pebbles, I'm always awakened just before I can see what is actually in the pebbles. This has happened several times, several visions, reoccurring visions, where I see the water and the stones. I do not know to this day what it means, but I know someday the Lord will give me clarity. Again, I'm always led to the mountains, where I see a burning candle in the mountain. This candle is an everlasting candle that's just burning. And I used to see this several times, this candle burning in the mountain. I haven't seen it for quite a long time now. But what I saw also was a scroll in the mountain. So this little ridge in the mountain where the candle burns seemed to be holding some spiritual secret or spiritual revelation that may soon be known to the world. So these are the latest of my visions. I still got many more. As I always said, I don't want to burden you with long videos. I try to make them short and sweet so that it's worth listening and worth taking in. Once again, I thank you so much for listening, and I hope that these videos inspire you somewhat and helps you on your journey, and let it be like a good seed or a good fruit that nourishes you and prosper you in everything you do. God bless you once again, and goodbye.